New York is answering the growing calls for police reform following the deadly arrest of George Floyd. On Friday, Governor Andrew Cuomo signed a package of accountability laws. They include a ban on police chokeholds and legislation to allow the release of officers' long-withheld disciplinary records. The change comes after the revelation that one of the fired Minneapolis officers had been accused of misconduct 17 times before Floyd's death. But the allegations of excessive force went far beyond just one officer and resulted in millions of dollars in settlements. Jeff Pegues has that part of the story.
In 2012, Zach King was leaving a Minneapolis nightclub when he was stopped by the police. He had a handgun that he was legally permitted to carry.
He's like, "Hey, what's that bulge on your waist?" I show him my hands. Hey, I have a conceal and carry, and that's my gun, my weapon. And like 6 officers just came from out of everywhere. They got their knee on me, like almost like George Floyd. I couldn't breathe.
King was hospitalized with a concussion, his face swollen with cuts and bruises.
I didn't do anything to anybody, and I was violated.
King sued the department, which argued he didn't tell them he had a gun permit until later. He got a $122,000 settlement. Ultimately, who's paying the tab for those settlements?
Residents of the city of Minneapolis. We've seen similar culture of abuse in other large cities across the country.
Since 2003, Minneapolis has paid out $45 million in settlements. This year alone, Los Angeles has paid more than $6 million in settlements. Chicago, more than $14 million. New York, since 2015, more than $1 billion. Zach King says it was Officer Joshua Stewart who led the assault against him. Since the incident, a CBS News investigation found 9 more misconduct complaints have been made against him, none resulting in discipline. What do you make of that?
It's pitiful. It's ridiculous.
The Minneapolis Police Department told CBS News that previous conduct and nature of current offense are factors that can be figured into discipline. King says not all police are bad. His little brother is a cop. They just need to be held accountable.
If you sit back and watch a bad cop do bad stuff, you're a bad cop too.
Minneapolis PD, still rebuilding its reputation after George Floyd's death, tell us that in the Zach King case, the officer at the center of the case is still on the job. And if Derek Chauvin is convicted in connection with the death of George Floyd, he could still be eligible to receive a pension that's worth more than $1 million. For CBS This Morning Saturday, Jeff Pegues.